Hey guys, I'm Jimmy and this is the vlog that I do, and hello again after another 2-week hiatus, another video from me, and so yeah, I'll give you an update on, as I always do, what's been going on since the last video. Coursework, another coursework that has been weighing down on my mind has now been finished. That was about 2 or 3 days ago, and so my visual effects is now officially done for the year. A script that I was writing is done. Whether we're going to use it now, it remains to be seen, which is a shame, but it's more for me to use in the future. Otherwise, it's just, you can never do too much when you're writing. You need to write 100 before you get 10 good ones or whatever. So yeah, that's uni kind of getting caught up with, leaving just one final bit of coursework left, which I should be doing right now, but I wanted to get this out because it's been about 2 weeks, so I wanted to make sure I was still up to date on my videos. So at the moment it's every 2 weeks. I might be able to eventually get down to doing it weekly, but we'll see. Also, last week, it was about a week ago now, I went to see a band called While She Sleeps in Kingston. Me and a couple guys from uni who I've worked on some films with, they invited me down, and it was absolutely mental. While She Sleeps they're a pretty heavy band. Like, metal is such a loose term now. It's that sort of like hardcore punk sort of sound, but oh my god, it was absolutely insane. Like, the crowd was absolutely electric. The band was just throwing themselves around. This is a band that sold out. I can't remember where they're playing in central London, but they had a tour date set in London 2 days before the one that we went to, and that sold out in a day. And then the one we were at, and this was at a pretty big venue, like around 1,000 person venue. This one was about 200 people, like pretty small. Like, I've played gigs in, this is how small it is, I've played gigs in venues this size, and it was absolutely electric. It was brilliant, such a good night. And like, shows like that with performances like that really remind you how much I miss like playing live and stuff. Like, I haven't played like music properly in about 3 years, and it's stuff like that just reminds you how much you need to get back, how much I really need to get back into writing songs and doing stuff. And me and my buddy James, who yes, that's right, I have a friend called James, and my name is James. We've been talking about doing music and stuff again, because we used to be in a band together back before I started university, and because we're still in touch and that, so we can just, even if it's just writing and recording literally on this, just some stuff, just so we can do it again, because we had, it was mainly about fun, so that's what it's about. So yeah, also I had a haircut, which happens, so yeah, hair's even shorter now, especially on the sides. It's alright, it's all tidied up, but obviously I had a shower and then just chucked it out on this morning, so it's a bit of a mess. That's the boring part of my week. Yeah, so currently I'm working on my last bit of coursework, which is literally the very last piece of coursework I need to get done before uni is over, and that is due in about 2 days, and then I have another bit of work due in 2 days after that. I'm done, officially done, uni's over, I've got to find a job. So that's a massive weight on my shoulders, off and then back on again when student life is over. But yeah, that's my life as it is at the moment. But yeah, I'm trying to work out like a structure for these videos, and I'm trying to, like, eventually I'm going to start properly editing these and working out what I'm actually doing. So at the moment, literally, my preparation so far is writing up on a notepad document, like, things I'm trying to talk about, because yesterday I wanted to do a video and I ended up massively rambling, and I ended up recording for about an hour, and I couldn't even like piece it together to make something tangible. I was drinking, so that probably didn't help. So yeah, so from that, I'm trying to like work out a structure where I talk about what's happened like the week before or whatever's past, and then actually have like a point to every video, because otherwise it's just pointless rambling. And so this time I was last video I mentioned I opened it up, and a lot's happened since, in terms of I opened up a Ask FM account. And Ask FM, for those who don't know, is there was a website quite similar to it a few years back called Formspring, and this is essentially an extension. It's exactly the same premise, obviously, but I don't know, for some reason I've actually stuck with this one, and it just came up to me from someone on Twitter putting a link to theirs, and I saw it and I thought, that's a good idea, yeah, I'll give it a go. And I've gotten like a lot of like responses on it, surprisingly. But the way it works is that it's anonymous questions to a person, so you can make yourself known, but it's made to be anonymous questions. I suppose it changes the response depending on who it's from, or if people want to ask about certain things. And I thought this is a good idea to explain myself, and maybe if people can make me think about something that I don't usually think about, I get to know myself better. So that's what I've been doing. And of course, with anonymity, there's that risk of trolls, which there have been, but it's expected. You can and there are two ways to deal with it. You can ignore them, don't feed the trolls, or you can respond. I chose to respond because I'm trying my best to answer. I want to answer every single question, even if they are trolls, because I can just use them, because people can see how I deal with it. And I don't, I don't feed the trolls, so to speak. I just respond to the questions I would anyway, because some of them aren't questions, but I keep it honest, and that's all I can really do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying like I was ever a liar, but you change what you say depending on what situation you're in, because you're worried about who it'll affect and what knock-on effects. And people always, one thing that always I've noticed gets people in trouble, or can get the wrong kind of reactions, as in not bad reaction, but the reaction that shouldn't happen, because the wrong things, people saying what people want to hear, people who have to keep things a certain way or say things a certain way. And what's the point? I've been through some stuff recently where I've been trying to better myself, and there's been a massive change in my life that is mentioned on the Ask FM account. Me and my who was my girlfriend, we called a break on our relationship a week or so ago. So but I won't take that into details, because this is where it comes into the whole honesty thing, in terms of I will be as honest and as transparent as I can be, but if it's involving other people, I can only say so much. It's out of respect, which is my thing. And and it's that whole, there's a thing that I always say, that one thing I hate doing is making my problem is someone else's problem. And if I'm asked a question that involves not just me but a couple other people, or something I say can lead on to a knock-on effect to harm someone else, that's not fair. So I will have to censor or summarize so that no one else will be hurt, if that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to do. It's kind of working, kind of isn't, but it's a balancing act, and I will get better. Last thing I want is my behaviour, like what I'm doing, to affect anyone else. yeah, that's how it's been going at the moment. But yeah, so there's been a lot of trolls on there in regards to me and Abigail, but there's also been some interesting developments. Someone's trying to get me. Someone keeps on insinuating I have a thing for some girl from Made in Chelsea, I think it is, and honestly I can't stand those bitches. The fact that that show exists I find quite insulting to it's not just insulting to TV as a medium of entertainment. It's not just insulting to entertainment, but it's kind of insulting to reality TV too, because technically it's meant to be reality TV. Everyone knows it's also scripted, but people fall into it. So you're just like, you believe this shit, like, get your fucking head checked. Anyway, I digress. That's what's been going on anyway. I'm just trying to get this whole balancing act sorted in terms of making these videos, in terms of what I'm saying in them. I might start being able to split apart, doing one about just a general life kind of vlog, and then one talking about subjects and topics and stuff. I'll be getting better, and then next week uni will be over and I'm going to be jobless, which means I'm going to be here when I'm not handing out CVs and stuff. So I'm going to start making videos and stuff, not just here, but finally I've been getting some time to do videos on the live stream channel, which there's a link probably in the description, otherwise on my actual channel here I'll have a link to it on that top bar, because this new channel layout. And I will eventually finally get some time to sit down and make some videos for the gaming channel that I set up around the same time I set up this channel. And I'll actually have some videos up, and I'm going to start recording. I want to put like some stuff together and make sure I've got a load of stuff pre-recorded. That's the future anyway. But until then, I should be getting down to work, so I'm going to quickly edit this together and upload it. And this time it's not at like 1 in the morning, so some people might actually view it tonight. So yeah, until next time, I'm Jimmy, and this is the vlog that I do.